Anyway, so is that you reckon he's referring to the musical number for Glorious Food from Oliver?
The law says you have to move over.
He's putting his hand on.
Right, yes.
Don't go. Jesus Christ, there's a little terrain right there. Oh, okay. That car pulled right out in front of that thing.
He wasn't called Al. It wasn't like he was Al 2.0. It was like another, like, hologram.
There were other people working on the project with them, but there wasn't another person that was allowed to get in the hollow chamber.
So my check comes free out the tap.
Well, it's not free.
It's pretty free. They're paying for it anyway.
They're paying for it in the third world.
So I think, actually, cost efficiency-wise, is a very sensible thing to handle.
More so than the mints.
Disagree with your cost efficiency point. I can think of nothing else that would create that feeling of being spoiled.
It's outside my door. I lie down on my bed, open my legs, and think of England. Even if he doesn't come into the room.
Yeah, it's up a lot of religious figures. But Sam, I disagree, I'm afraid, because, well, yes, because
My
knowledge is too slight, so I think
I go about it.
Or Ollie Man, will you be in a real life porn with me?
No, we never did those questions on the air, I just contacted them directly. Lizzie, what you need to do is just get some circumvention software.
Oh, really? Is it that easy?
Oh, so I hear. Basically, the way I understand that it works is you don't put it down. I'm actually checking is that weird. I think it's fine.
Well, you could start hinting. You could say, so, did you ever have an interesting job, maybe in a band? The top lady would probably be glad of the attention.
Hi, Helen and Ollie. It's Sam, currently in a juried in at Heathrow Airport. Rock and roll.
He's taking us back to a very primitive time where people didn't shit in buildings, they basically shat in the street, or he's waiting for humans to have evolved out of the need for regular excretion.
Yeah.
And my funny things that I say as if they were his own.
Okay, interesting.
He does this all the time. He often sits in the living room as we're watching telly, a laptop on his knees. I say something funny.
Well, you can also find links to our Jubilee album. It's the best way to celebrate the Queen's very special day.
Apart from mounting the coup and dethroning the royals.
And there's a link to a competition I'll be running with this one.
Ooh.
It's a science songwriters competition. It's aimed at people who are 18 or younger at school, and it's for people who want to write a song about science. And the prize is to go to the Green Man Festival.
It's a good prize to go to the Green Man Festival. They have really
pulled
nice
out.
food there.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very pretty. And they have all those wasps that attacked Ollie Man last year, but don't let that put you off.
They're famous wasps now. There's a plaque there where we recorded that podcast.
There's a wasp that has been living off that anecdote all year. He's actually playing one of the smaller stages this year.
So get going with that if you're under 18 and you like writing songs and you're into science.
And you want to be like Martin.
Aspire to be like Martin.
That's a very small corner of a very large decade.
Yeah, so 98% of you do be in touch with your question. It really is a closed circuit of water. I reckon it is. It's
really?
not. I don't.
No, it's going to be riddled with disease.
You think it's going to be coming from the tap every night?
I think it's got to be fresh, because if you had the water sluicing down through the stage and over the people and then washing off all that mud, they couldn't reuse that, could they?
I guess.
They're allowed to use water to their heart's content if they have a private borehole. Do you think that's probable for a West End theatre?
Seems unlikely. But I think the thing is, if you can get exemption for businesses, if your business is actually called singing, you know, Martin does spend a lot of time doing the old solo handshake there, don't you, Martin?
Physicists have to master that.
It's Imogen from London.
Wow.
So basically, we have this game at school.
So you watch Stephen King's It for comfort, don't you? Well, Fiona says the ensuite has a glitter toilet seat. I've got a glitter toilet seat. What's the problem with that? What are you saying? It's like you're going to the toilet in Kanye West teeth. This is, without a doubt, the creepiest B&B I've ever stayed in. At least it's got some character and it's not just in kind of Magnolia shades, eh?
Getting presents for an unborn child.
Again, all these things are things that suit me well.
Yeah.
Not getting presents for an unborn child, watching wars, putting my feet up.
What the hell was that?
99 or 92 we're in the club together. Possibly I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So he's probably given more character away than he gave smiling at her across the dance floor and then stuffing a fiver in her purse. I think the difficulty here is that because your boyfriend, Beth, is in on the gag.
It's a little bit cruel, isn't it?
It's bullying. 2 against 1.
It sort of is, and actually, if you're being honest with yourself, it seems to me you've been given and don't want, and I just buy you stuff that looks a bit like that.
But that is key, Ollie. You look around at the stuff I have and you infer what I might enjoy out of new stuff.
Yeah, I attempt to, yeah.
See, that's
So I've done the first step. But Martin surely does that too.
No.
Closest we ever come to splitting
Okay.
up. It was quite close. Was the birthday that I bought Helen a half cup of
Interesting.
beer through the air.
Oh, is
We
it?
love the icing. Can I just have the free icing service on this Cadbury's cream egg, please?
Can you write all over my face, please? There's only one way we're going to find out the intricacies of Thornton's icing policy.
All the pieces for the game of life.
No, you haven't. They're under the sofa.
So, Helen, answer me this. What is wrong with people, especially my own mother?
Well, your mother, I think it's different for your parents, because parents generally, I think they're always worried.
With a tricky question, send it in on that internet thing to answer me this.
Come on, honey, your light's green.
To answer me this. Podcast at googlemail.com.
Here's a question from Neil from Crawley, who says, Ollie, answer me this. Did people live in Downing Street prior to it becoming the home and office of the First Lord of the Treasury?
Yes, obviously. It would be a bit weird if, in preparation for it becoming the Prime Minister's house.
Get out, everybody, get out!
Yeah, but
Buy an answer me this satchel, or an answer me this apron. Buy
Lights.
an answer me this mug, or an answer me this yellow t-shirt.
Governor's school. Nice.
They're also available in red and white.
There's freaks and misfits together. Because it's 7 in the morning on a Saturday, and I'm walking to Asda by the beach, and I've just seen a chap playing 70s disco tunes on the saxophone, as well as all sorts of crazy people barbecuing on the beach while drinking special brew.
it is reassuring, though, in a way, isn't it, when places conform to stereotype. When you go to Brighton, you want to see a few wackos walking around.
Yes.
Just like in Camden, you want to see emos and goths. You turn a blind eye to the fact that Alan Bennett lives there, because you think, yeah, goth theme park, and that is overwhelmingly what you can see if you choose to look at that.
You see what you want to see.
Silver and bronze would be a clever way to do it, because then 4 years later in 1900, where you'd think, okay, that's the year they must have worked it out. No, that year they did cups. And then I think the reaction to the cups generally.
All the hackers are attacking Fisher Stevens' company.
Yes.
The Gibson company. They're inundating them with viruses. And all it is, it sounds like, is video games.
Oh, and
And
they
he's like,
literally
I'll head him off at the pass.
On the market, and then I just said like a predator. I just like to catch a predator.
You'll figure it out.
See, isn't that better?
Are we all happier now?
Are we having a good time?
Well, I mean, except for like the 3 people that were trying to buy a house in Austin. Do you like it black, or do you like what kind of fruit pies do you enjoy? That kind of thing.
Have you ever killed just for the fun of it?
Yeah, sure. Have you ever killed just for the fun of it? What? And then it has some fun Monty Python joke references, like that whole land speed of a swallow thing. That's in there too.
It's great.
It's got a little bit of everything. That's not, but it is questions that you might actually have a reference book for, even if you don't drink a lot of wine. They are leading the grape-to-glass wine revolution, and that is a fancy way of saying that they actually work with people who are making
I
wine.
don't fucking know
They
that.
don't have a middleman. It's just like get it from those people, and then they bring it to you. The labels look cool. What I like best about it is that the wine comes with an informational card that explains to you sort of like grapes are in it, where it's from.
Get on the median. Get over. Good God.
No way is there 15th there for you on my birthday boogie.
I got a birthday boogie.
I will send Matt some hilarious food item next time, but this is our day, so he can go screw. Thank you for funny. Thank you for podcasts. Thank you both for talking to me at LA Podcast. It is a delight.
On the fake rain.
Driving with both feet.
Now that's what I call a great ad. Volume 7. Welcome back to Spontaneous Nation. If you went somewhere and then turned this back on, where did you go? You are intriguing. It is time to meet our improviser pals. Ladies and gentlemen, seated right next to me. She's got an adorable smile on her face. This is my dear friend from the Thrilling Adventure Hour podcast and live stage show.
And live.
Both of which are over. Yeah. But we're together now.
Yay! Forever.
That's right. She has hobbled me. And I'm doing this from a bed with useless legs.
Hey.
It is Annie Savage.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, welcome back to the show.
Silent applause in the room.
Isn't that nice?
I know.
You get treated good here.
Hey, Earwolf's real good to me.
I didn't mean Earwolf. I meant this show
Oh,
specifically.
Spontaneous Nation with Paula Token.
Earwolf,
Take your foot off the brake.
She will spit you out.
Take your foot off the brake. Take your foot off the brakes.
I'll find out. Annie, how have you been since last time?
Where are your brakes? Right out.
Pretty good.
All right.
No, I was thinking of his, all of Ben's stories were similar to, like, my childhood growing up.
Because you had siblings who were
No, I shouldn't have
scofflaws?
said that.
Driving with both feet.
That's all I'm
No,
thinking about.
I'm the youngest of 4, and it was the same kind of, like, and we were talking beforehand, the other improvisers in here and I, about parenting and stuff, and I'm like, just being that youngest child is, you just really get to kind of slip by.
Oh,
so it's
there we go.
interesting that he went the other way.
Do you know what's where you're not allowed to slip by is if you're the second best?
My name's Matt Gordon.
I'm Mark Macabo. You're listening to Pistol Shrimps Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Shrimps Radio, at Shrimps Radio for all your Pistol Shrimps Radio needs. Nobody is gonna.
No, I bounced back.
How did it do that?
Sometimes we get.
Scarlet fever was on this list twice, so it threw off the whole list because then 5th
Oh,
is
come on.
erythema infectiosum, which we call 5th disease because that sounds a lot easier, and then roseola 6th. But there's the list is off. 5th disease should be 4th disease.
Oh man.
Isn't that crazy?
I bet you guys have a good laugh about this.
I gotta be at 4 o'clock.
All right, I'll do it.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Bye.
Dedicated to creating the world's most
On the stomach. So obvious stuff, liquor, spices, anything that's animal based, you pretty much stay away from at first. There was a concoction of podophyllin, which is like this alkali
What is the
it's
problem?
plants that
And you can never break that promise. And Chappie's like, got it. Like that's
How the hell does this happen?
Promise was. Like just use a synonym. Call it a vowel.
Use a
Use a synonym. Just use cinnamon.
My bank, Chesterfield, finally.
Okay, which one you closing?
Carolina Bank, Chesterfield. Lady, that's not a lane. Gee whiz.